So, welcome today to your breath, to your body. Take a minute to draw some circles with your nose, relaxing your neck, your shoulders. Deep breath down into your hips, your legs, feeling your feet on the ground or the backs of your feet if you're lying down. Feeling your heels kind of, maybe do some windshield wipers with your feet if you're lying down. If you're walking, maybe wiggle your toes or sitting. Inviting in a sense of openness and acceptance um, as we okay the transcription. um, the sense of like, oh yes, you are here again. Those parts of ourselves that we love to hate, and it becomes so persistent when we try to get rid of our snippiness, I'm speaking for myself here. You know, when I get snippy, when I get impatient, or I notice some smallness coming up in me, some selfishness. I wanna notice it. I want to hold it with care. It's loving those parts of ourselves that we hate. Hatred is never going to make them go away. Listening to them will give a sense of companionship with them, honoring that they are probably installed when we were very, very young, and using the of course practice when we see these things. That, like, of course, looking at the causes and conditions in your life at that time, you picked up these attributes, you inherited them, you learned them, we got them from the media. Whatever it is, it's time to acknowledge them with love and step aside. Knowing that they don't serve us anymore, that they did at the time. Now we can encourage a belief in ourselves, a love of ourselves, a care and compassion. We can't do it by hating any part of ourselves. It really does start with acknowledging that whatever this quality is that you don't care about yourself, I mean, we all have it, to hold it, like that, that exercise of when you make a fist, make it really tight, try to pry it now with your fingers. You can feel your whole arm get tighter than mine. And then put your hand over it like that. And for me, even though I know it's coming, still my hand just relaxes. And it's the same thing with those parts of ourselves that are just like tenacious. Hold them with compassion. This isn't a exorcism practice. This is a love practice. This is a kindness practice. And understanding that these parts of ourselves that we love to hate are there because of some reason. We don't have to understand why, who installed them, where they came from. But we do have to acknowledge them as like, oh yes, my dear, there you are again. Insecurity, this self-doubt. Oh yes. Put your hand over it. Not to crush it, but to add some softness. The softness of your hand holding holding, being there. You know this from being able to be with friends that are in pain. Like trying to make them be something else is fruitless. But the and practice, and we can just be with them. We can listen. We can hold them. We can give them a hug. We can just be present. And the same thing for those parts of ourselves we love to hate. Oh, yes, my beloved jealousy, my beloved insecurity. Oh, honey, of course you want me to be safe. So look for the needs. Safety's up there for most of us, particularly since they're usually very young parts of ourselves. And we thought we were going to die unless we developed a hard, mean exterior. Again, I'm speaking for myself. This comes from my life experience of having a very scared, angry mom who loved me in a very non-mom way. And I can see why I have these qualities. And I want to hold them with compassion. When they come up, I don't want to apologize for them. Well, I may have to be accountable for how that impacts other people. And I do want to, on my own, give myself some love, compassion. Again, hold that part of yourself that's so difficult to see. The insecurities, the doubt, self-doubt. Hold it with care. Of course it's there. And allow yourself to expand into a part of yourself that's interconnected with all beings in the world. That is so in contact with how my needs are interconnected with everybody else's needs in the world. My freedom is dependent on caring about other people's freedom as well, and working towards that, creating that. The power of that, of knowing that we are bigger than the smallest, most despised part of ourselves. So breathe into that. Breathe into wanting this to shower our beloveds and even our neutral people, even our yoga teacher. We would like to shower them with this sense of unconditional love. Wanting that for them. Wanting them to know that they're beloved, even neutral people that we don't know well. Send them some compassion, knowing that they probably have parts of themselves that they hate too. And it's okay. Human beings are very complex, as is said by many, including me. So we've offered this compassion for our loved ones, for neutral people, we can wish it for the people that we struggle with. We don't have to, if you have the capacity. And knowing we're all interconnected, feeling our sense of power as a community, as one world, as a world that has the strength and the courage to step into kindness and compassion without shields, without a sense of I'm alone and I have to do this alone. The irony of loving ourselves is it helps us love the world more deeply, more compassionately, more fully. Thank you so much.